Hello friends, we'll be discussing the concept of economics when it comes to the presence of art being a part of it. Now, economics has been already defined as science, or can be also called as a partial or rather a part of a science where certain features of science are included in economics. Let us figure out how certain feature of arts are included in economics here. Let's understand the basic concept of it first. Now, a discipline of study is termed as art if it tells us how to do a thing, that is to achieve an end or objective. So, if you know, it is known as a disciplined study if you know how to do certain things to achieve your objective or to reach the goal or to achieve the end of it. That means if you have a defined way of going to that specific area or to reach that specific goal, you know that's an art of yours. That's a specific thing in you that you know how to get things done. That is an art. Economics is absolutely that specific way which will tell you how exactly to go or how exactly about you have to reach to that specific goal of yours that you have set as an objective or as a target here. It is noteworthy that final justification for studying economic lies in the possibility of our abilities to use it for solving economic problems faced by us. We might be studying a lot of things in our day-to-day lives, but how much do we apply them? Absolutely. So, in order to apply them in a different specific way or to have different specific approach towards applying all the concepts that we have learned, learning is known as science and applying them here is known as arts. We know that in practice, economics is used for achieving a variety of goals. We have a different variety of goals and economics in practice can be used to achieve a lot of different goals. Start right from saving money to buy a bike, saving money to buy a house, saving money to buy a car, saving money for your own marriage. Everything is a part of economic decisions that you take. So to save money, you might just curb down your expenses. You might just go ahead and earn some extra income apart from the current job that you're doing. You might do a lot of different things to make sure that you save. Saving for something that is an additional or extra goal, or rather the target that you're planning in next few years or rather in 5 years down the line. To reach that target, you have to start right from here, and how to go about that thing is the art of economics. Every individual economic unit, whether acting as a consumer or as a producer or as an investor or as a supplier of input or in any other capacity, has an economic goal to achieve. Now, right from the producer to the consumer to the end user of it or to the supplier, any person who is related to the production of certain items, certain goods, certain services has a specific goal to achieve, and everyone will have their different ways, or rather everyone will have different specific approach to reach that target, and that is known as the art of each and every field that they have in here. Now, even at a national level, the authorities formulate a variety of policies. At a national level, this we are talking about domestic level, this we are talking about individual people. At a national level, as a country also goes ahead and makes certain national policies. Why is because we have certain economic factors which will lead us to become the superpower in the upcoming years. We have agriculture, which brings up a lot of GDP. Most around maximum of our GDP contribution is given by agriculture. Almost around 36% of the GDP contribution comes from agriculture. So if the country or at a country level, your economic policies will be more related to economics, or rather something that can be done to develop the agriculture thing, to develop the spices export, because India is one of the major countries in the world who export spices, and that leads to a lot of economic growth for us. So considering all these things, at a country level, you formulate different policies for the same to reach certain target, and that's the art of it. In certain cases, they attempt to plan and operate the entire economy so as to achieve the given set of ends. As discussed right now, they have certain ends, certain targets to meet, and at a given specific point of time, a country also goes through different approaches, different views to reach the target here. Therefore, economic laws are widely used and relied upon at all level of our economic activities, and that makes economics as an art. At different stages, we use different economic approaches, different economic policies, and the same thing is known as art. The way to reach the target is known as the art of getting things done. Art is nothing but practice of knowledge. Knowledge is science. Practice of that knowledge is arts. So art is nothing but putting into practical use of the knowledge that you have right now. Whereas science teaches us to know, art teaches us to do. It's very simple and self explanatory. Science teaches us to know, science teaches us to be knowledgeable. Arts teaches us how to put that knowledge into practical usage here. Unlike sciences, which is theoretical, art is practical. Science is theoretical here, art is practical here. This will be one of the major reasons why economics is a combination of both science and art. If we analyze economics, we find that it has the features of being an art also. Just like science, or rather economics having features of science, economic also has features of art, because if we analyze it in a proper way, in an efficient manner, we understand economics is nothing but a combination of science and arts here. Its various branches provide practical solution to various economic problems. It helps in solving various economic problems which we face in day-to-day life. So whatever day-to-day life problem that we have, we go ahead and we use the economical approach. Let's say for an example, if you have to go from point A to point B, you might have different options. But if you have restrictions on the money that you can use, you will select the least possible and the cheapest option available here. For example, let's say if you have to reach from point A to point B and the distance is 10 kilometers, a bus will make you reach there in 30 minutes, a train will make you reach there in 20 minutes, and a car will make you reach in another 30 or 45 minutes maybe. Now, depending on this, which is the best possible option you'll select. Of course, if it has to be convenience, you will select either your car, you will select either your bus. But if it has to be time constrained, then yes, you will select the train, because that is the most quickest option available. But if it has to be money, then you will select the bus. The reason why, because bus comes right at the place where you are supposed to be at. It is very cheap. If you have to take a train, you will have to go towards station unless and until you stay near the station itself. It will consume a lot of time to reach to the station, and the money if you're staying far away from the station. And of course, if you're taking your car, it will be convenient for you, but at the same time it will be expensive, because it is taking that much of time and it is taking that much of fuel, which is costing you money. So you have to work according to that approach here. Economic does follow standard practices adopted by science subjects. Since it has human elements attached to its processes, it cannot completely satisfy the fundamental requirements of being a science subject here. Economic, it does follow certain requirements of science, as it is related to human connections, human involvements, or rather human relationship are also involved into that. However, just because that is involved, we cannot completely call it as a part of science here. Economics shows, or rather is both a science and an art. It is science in methodology and art in the application. Hence, economic is called a mixture of science and art. Economics can be also known as the methodology that is used is of science, and the completion or the execution process that is done is of arts here. You can classify it like that. Now, with all these things that we have discussed here, we understand that economics is not just science, it is also a part of arts as well. And hence, with this, we conclude here that economics is a mist between, or rather, it's a mist between science and arts here. And hence, economics cannot be completely classified as science or cannot be completely classified as an art. So, it's a mixture of both science and arts here. So, this is all what we had to explain when it comes to economics as an art, or rather as a part of arts here. Thank you for watching this video.